Hello from the jungles of Costa Rica. I love being in a hot, humid environment. I love sweating. I love feeling my body, and I love being surrounded by all this greenery. I want to make a personal invitation for you today. I want you to consider the seeds that you've been planting in your life, because the way that everything grows is from seeds. Whether you plant a seed in your consciousness, or a monkey, plants a seed, it eats something and then it runs around the jungle and it poops it out, or whether birds carry seeds, everything that grows comes from a seed. And so whatever you're experiencing in your life comes from the seeds that you have planted so far. So I want to make a personal invitation for you to be super conscious of the seeds that you're planting, because I've been receiving some communications from some people, and they're telling me things like, I'm planting seeds of not enoughness. That's not exactly the language they're using. They're making really elaborate, beautiful justifications for why they want something, but they can't have it. And what that looks like is you're broadcasting not enoughness. You're planting a seed of not enoughness. And what happens when you plant a whole bunch of seeds of not enoughness is, guess what? You have a whole jungle, you have a beautiful forest of not enoughness. When you plant a seed of I can't afford it, you build an entire world that is just this gorgeous reflection of not being able to afford it. And so I encourage you to start planting some different seeds, because the thing about a seed is it contains the fullness of its potential. An acorn contains the entire oak tree in the seed. And every single one of these trees here, they grew from a tiny seed, and look how big they are. If I just give you a little bit of a glimpse of it, it's just massive, the beauty here. And so I invite you to consider planting a seed that contains the fullness of you that you know that you are becoming. Brain Hacks, Brain reBoot Camp starts on Monday. I'm super excited about it. It's going to be a small group. Everybody's going to get personal laser coaching, and we're going to be using mind-body techniques such as tapping, such as breath works. We'll be really getting into some of the reasons and the unconscious ways that we've unintentionally but deliberately blocked ourselves from having what we want. And if you are indeed going to have what you want, you've got to give yourself permission to have it first. And so I invite you to give yourself permission to have this. When I started on this entrepreneurial path, I had been in business for myself for probably 20 years, and I was still struggling. I was struggling mostly with the financial piece. I loved what I was doing, but I felt like the income was inconsistent. I was always worrying about money, and that just didn't make me happy. And I remember calling up a friend of mine, and I said, what do I need to do? I want to be like the other women that I see. They're powerful, they're eloquent, they're making really great money, they're leading retreats all over the world. How do I do that? I want to do that. And she said 2 words: claim it. I was like, huh? And she said, just claim it. Just decide that that's who you're going to be. Start living as her. And so I want to invite you, if you're thinking about joining us for Brain reBoot Camp, claim it. Have what you want. Claim that you're going to have it, and then have it. You can have it. And the techniques and the processes that we'll be using have proven to be helpful in so many ways for many, many people that I work with. I just got 2 emails this week. One of my clients told me that she just manifested a house. She started working on it last year. She was a VIP client for a whole year last year, and she now has a brand new house. That's exactly the description that she put in her mind. I have another client who just texted me this week that she's just had her a $14,000 month, and she's had many of those in a row. And these kinds of things are amazing, and they're not unique. When you start doing these practices and living these practices, and this becomes your daily way of being, it's actually the easier path. So I'm super excited to start the class, and I invite you to join us if this resonates. Have an awesome day wherever you are.